Hi everyone. It has been a minute. It has been a minute. I was gonna start making videos probably about, it's been what, over a year now, right before COVID. I made like 3, 4, 5 videos and then I stopped. I was dealing with some stuff. All the changes in the world. Yeah, you know, I have my excuses, but ultimately I was talking to my cousin and she mentioned how she wanted to start a YouTube channel, and it made me, reminded me of me, and you know, that like, oh, I want to do it, but never did it. I did it and then I stopped. So, not trying to be famous, but I am trying to do something that is an activity that makes me happy. Doing videos, taking pictures, makeup, I love it all. Not so much that I want to be directed just for makeup, but just happiness and, you know, in a normal life, day-to-day kind of thing. So I am not going to shoot a full video of me doing my makeup. I'm just going to work on some pretty eyeshadow and stuff like that. So I'm going to hop off of here and throw on some base, and then we will be back just to play with the eyes. So yes, I am definitely inspired by my pink and green nails, and I wanted to do an eyeshadow inspired by these. They're super cute, very summery. So yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna play in some makeup and call it good. So I don't know, I really wanted to do like a natural nude look cut crease, but with a tint of like pink and green. It's one of my favorite things to do, is like keep my eyeshadow pretty neutral and then add in some like neon fun color eyeliner. But I don't know, I say that and then I'm like, I get inspired and I try other things too. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna be starting off with the Anastasia Sultry palette. It has some beautiful, just nudes, sparkles, very sultry-like. So I'm gonna start with, of course, my Inter Crease. Now wait, before I get started, I'm going to be putting on my Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. Saw this on TikTok, y'all, I had to do it. I absolutely love this stuff. The color's cute. It's the Strawberry Kiss color, but it's not something I necessarily wear all the time. It also stings pretty good, but I like to put this on as I'm doing like my eyeshadow or finishing up something like my hair, and then I'll let them sit on my lips, wipe it off. They're a little bit more plump, and then I like to add like a different color on. Especially like today, I want to do more of a nude lip. My eyes are gonna be a little bit exaggerated, so I like to keep the lips pretty neutral. If I have a neutral eye, I also like to do like a bold color lip. But, so again, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on my lips. If you haven't tried this, it's really good. There are some dupes out there that are pretty decent. This one stings pretty good, and I just kind of use it as like a, see, it's like really, really pink, which I typically don't wear colors like this, but it's pretty, she cute. I like to just apply it to my lips. I always like to do the lip line right here. I love it when that looks plumped. Kind of use it just to line it. And then we're just gonna let that sit. It's already tingling. Good old tingle. But we're gonna let that sit as I just kind of play with the eyes. So first thing, let me start in my crease. Let me have a drink actually first. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get just kind of like any brush like this. It's really going to pick up. I thought the door behind me just closed and opened. That'd be weird. I like to pick up that color and just kind of place it in my natural crease along my eye. I am going for a cut crease. I'll tell you this, if anybody tries to break in, I have ankle biters, but I do have a big ass pit bull. I like being home alone, but it's also kind of scary. But that's probably because I'm paranoid all the time, because all I do is watch Investigation Discovery, and then as well, scary movies. They're my favorite. But let's just say a girl's packing if needed. If anyone's gonna take me out, just know that I'm gonna be a fighter. I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but I'm gonna try. So for me, I like to just really follow that like natural shape. I do want to get pretty dark. The color that I'm using is the Dystopian. I'll show you guys. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's this color right here. It's like a really, really dark chocolatey brown. And I just like to just really, really tap that in. I'll do the same on the other side. One of the things I just started back on videos, one of the things I was working on was how to hold this mirror where I can use it, but then at the same time, not let it block your guys' view, which is pretty tough sometimes. So I'm just gonna finish up here. As you can tell, I like to go right here in the inner corner because I like to always have that like smoky cat eye look. And I'm just doing really more of a tapping motion to get that pigment into there, but I'm not really doing any blending or anything like that. I'll do that later. Okay, so I got a pretty decent amount in my crease, my natural crease. So I'll blend it out a little bit after this drink. Any blending brush, this is just the Jeffree Star makeup brush. She's good. I always like to just blend up and outwards. As you can tell, sometimes like I go a little bit too far in on my corners. That's okay. We're just gonna blend that upwards and outwards. I'm gonna do this on both sides. Okay, so I think I have a good enough amount. I'll come back in and kind of touch it up. I want to do a cut crease look. Once we start the colors, that's going to be kind of interesting because the eyeliners that I have don't match exactly my nail color, which it's totally fine, you know, but I was hoping to get something a little bit more matched to my actual nails, but it's okay if they're not, you know, who cares? Just having fun. I am going to go in and grab I need to stop watching scary movies, y'all. A flat brush. This is one of my favorites. It is just a MAC concealer brush. The numbers have literally fallen off because I use it all the time. I use this to outline my eyes, but this brush is super, super flat, as you can tell, so it is amazing for cut creases. So I think what I want to do is I already put primer on my eye. So I do have the Anastasia eye primer. This one's really good, but the color is super, super light, which is really good if you want to use like bright colors because it just lays on it really pretty. My go-to favorite is the Pilui base. This one's super creamy, and the color I think on this one is Rumor 03. They have lots of different shades that match your skin color. I kind of took a guess when I got this, but I'm okay with it. It's fine. I don't have an issue with it. But sometimes I like to use this if I'm doing a neutral eye. And then if I want to add in like some neon or fun rainbow colors, I'll do this one. Just simply because, again, the color shows a little better. So what I like to do is I like to apply this into the back of my hand. And this stuff's pretty thick too. You don't need a whole bunch, but with a cut crease, you will use a little bit more. I like to kind of just go through, make sure my brush is nice and flat, somewhat decently pointed. That way it really, really cuts it. Now, cut creases can be difficult. I am not a pro at it. I don't do it as much as I would like to. But one thing I did learn is pressing does help. I like to start with sliding. You really want to just go up to where that natural crease is for you. And then as you can tell, I'm going to be tapping this in and just slowly blending it out. The hardest thing to do is get this little spot right here, making sure it's super defined. But we'll get to that here more in a second. It's all about taking your time. If you want a quick eyeshadow look, honey, this is not it. So I'm just gonna go through here and really, really take my time. And I get asked all the time, is it harder to do your makeup with eyelash extensions? Absolutely. Like, these things are long, especially for me. So depending on how you get your eyelashes done, I always get super volume. I'm like, the bigger the better, honey. But it does make my routine hard every single day if it comes to washing my face, taking my makeup off. You have to be very gentle. It is high maintenance. Everyone's like, you know, oh, I want them. And I'm like, girl, if you don't like high maintenance, you don't want to take care of them, don't waste your money, because if you want to take care of them, you definitely have to be very high maintenance with them. So as you can tell, it's already kind of creating that little line. Something that I have learned to do, this one is amazing. Okay, so this one is the Eye Contour Chanel brush, the number 14. It is just such a fine point. I love this brush because it really just defines the little eyeshadow that I need to just kind of put in places. But I also use this for eyeliner. If you want to use like something that's like liquid, and I'm having a hard time with the brushes that come in the applicator, this one's really, really good. But also just keep in mind, you can go to Hobby Lobby and get those really thin, fine point paint brushes. Those do just as good. So I'm gonna go in with that same dark color. I'm gonna tap that number 14 brush in there. I always like to kind of dab on the back of my hand because I don't want too much product. Anastasia can be pretty pigmented. And what I'm gonna do is I wanna really make sure it's super dark and like defined right in that center. So again, earlier we really blended out that color, and me adding this right here is gonna just like make that crease pop. Again, this is something that takes time. Slow motions, slow movement. If you come in here and you just do it really fast, if you know what you're doing, you can do it, amazing. But if you're somebody who is just trying to learn, take your time, okay? If you have to be somewhere in an hour and you want to do a look like this, girl, don't waste your time. And if you start to go a little bit higher, that is absolutely fine. You're gonna get your blending brush again. Same thing, slow movements, just kind of brush some of it off. It's okay to have to go back in and touch it up as needed. So again, as you can see, it's pretty blended out here. I really want to focus on just this inner part, wherever my crease is, just really a little bit more darkness to make it pop. Another thing I like to do, which is a little bit harder with eyelash extensions, but it can be done, is this is the small Jeffree Star beauty blender, whatever he calls it. I just like to slightly tap, just really push it into my skin. Again, I'm gonna go back through with that little fine point brush and just slowly. And I actually think that looks really good. Then I want to go in with something flat brush. This one's pretty flat, kind of fluffy, but still flat. I'm going to be going in with a very neutral color, which is this one right here, which is Fresh. Anastasia is very pigmented, so definitely dust that off. And then I just like to tap that in there. I want to really for it to hold. So I'm going to tap, 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 tap. As you can tell, the really big difference We're also gonna be adding some eyeliner in the crease, which we'll get to that fun stuff later, but we're gonna start there. All right, I'm gonna finish up the other eye, what we just did, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my eyes pretty much finished. They're not identical, but I don't need them to be. I'm gonna be going back in with that same dark brown color. And what I wanna do is I love shadowing this area. I just wanna drag a little bit of that more over. Normally, y'all, when I do my eyeshadow, I do not do them last. Like, I do my eyes first, and then I do my face, just simply because of like fallout, especially like when you do colors like this, you just never know what's gonna happen. And when you do your base, there's really just no point to do all that after, and then if it messes up, like, you just waste so much product, and all that fallout is really hard to clean without messing up your makeup. But tonight I'm just doing it different, just a bit because like I didn't want to go through the whole process of recording my face. You guys, that's changed some of the stuff in the way I do my face, but at the same time, like, I just want to focus on fun eyes tonight. So drink your water, don't forget that. Okay, so I have some eyeliners. I bought a pack of these and I absolutely love them. This is Fenty Beauty. Do they have colors or numbers on them? To me, this is like a lilac. It's like a light pink / purple. This one's a pretty vibrant green. This one is like a super, super hot pink, which you think my nails are super hot pink, but this one's pretty dark. I'm trying to decide if I want to use that or if I want to maybe put some of my J. LaRue Cosmetics pigments into like some white paint and then just stir it around and use that. The one thing about the paint is it does not set well. Eyeliner is like meant to stay in place. So you know what? Let's go ahead and use the eyeliners and then we'll go from there. I think I want to use this in the crease and then a wing eyeliner with a green one. Let's talk about liquid eyeliner. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know how to use it, and it's hard. It's not something that's just like you can do and it just works for you. The applicators for the Fenty Beauty are more of like paintbrushes. Like, they're super, super, like, I can't even know how to describe this. It reminds me of like when you get the nail designs at the salon. That is the texture or shape of these brushes, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I just kind of point them at the top to try to really get them to the shape that I look for, versus like a liquid eyeliner in a container is super, super, you know, pointy. Eyeliner is hard. Honestly, it's about taking your time. So again, apply like your hand lightly and just slowly move it in. If you go in there and go ham, if you're not professional, you're gonna get it all over the place. I will tell you, this stuff dries pretty quickly, which can be a good thing, but also a bad thing. So once you get the flow of using it, if you buy this, it's one of those things, like, it has pros and cons. You can keep in mind that you can do as well is go back in with your eyeshadow primer, concealer, which if you know, some people use both like me, some people use one or the other. Whatever you want to use is up to you. But like, if you like, oh, I went over a little bit too much and you want to cut it, again, small, light-handed strokes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so both of my eyes are outlined with the first liner. I think I want to go in with this lighter shade and put it underneath it to see how it looks against it, just simply because like I want it to be more vibrant. So I guess I'm gonna commit to it. Okay, so I actually did the darker color on top and the lighter one on bottom just to make it pop, and I do like it. I did have to go in and correct a little bit. Again, that stuff's pretty drying, and then as well, just if it overlines. It's pretty easy to correct, so not looking too shabby. I do want to add in some of the green eyeliner. So I think what I want to do on this one is maybe just something on the outer corner. Add some just different definition. So we'll see what we can come up with. Again, extensions, I just push them down very gently. I just love the way that like the really neutral eye looks against anything bright. If it's an eyeshadow that you put in the corners and stuff like that, or just eyeliner, makes it pop. Now I'm gonna do the other side. Alrighty, so I went ahead and added the green to the outer corner. And just give it a little bit of a wing. Pink and green, girls, pink and green. Okay, so I think I really wanna go in with the J. La Rue's Venus Flytrap pigment. This is where the Anastasia white color does come in handy. So I'm just gonna go in with that that lighter shade. As you can tell, it's really, really light. Touch. I want it to be pretty light. I'm gonna do the other side. So I added some of the Anastasia eyeshadow primer right in that corner, and I just used a beauty blender, just kind of blend it around. So it makes it super light, which makes your eyes pop. But then when you apply that pigment, it should stick pretty good. So I'm gonna going in with just like another flat, small brush and dabbing it into the Venus Flytrap color. Going to be adding that. I'm even going to take it up a little bit because I kind of like that. And then I think what I want to do as well is I want to add a little bit underneath here just to really make the eyes pop. So I am going to go in with that same Anastasia. Same brush as before. And then I'm gonna do the other eye. So I'm gonna be going in with the NYX Primal colors. I got this for a Halloween look, and this stuff is amazing. And it's hot pink. I have a hard time finding it in stores, so I did have to find it online, but same thing. I wanna prep that bottom part so that it really stays in place, but as well, it will make the color a little bit more vibrant. So just going in with that concealer brush, applying it like, kind of like an eyeliner. All right, well, it's definitely pink and it's definitely green. I am going to put some nude lips on, maybe change my outfit, and come back and we'll finish up. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I put a cute little outfit on just to make it pop. I'm just having fun, and I hope you guys enjoy my wild ass shit, and hopefully I can continue to make more videos. If it's makeup, if it's just lifestyle, whatever it is, whatever it is. If you've watched the entire video, thank you for supporting me. Obviously, you wouldn't watch the whole video if you didn't find me somewhat interesting, but you guys, if you want to do something, it's okay to do it and then not do it and then decide you want to do it again. So, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Bye.